Listen, I didn't think the past 24 hours could get much more bizarre than this. But Donald Trump just issued what is perhaps the most positive statement about XRP and the coin's existence. Alright, so in today's video, I'll be discussing this as well as other important news updates, the US economy, and a lot more. This is such a huge deal that you will want to watch it through to the very finish. Based alone on this news, we're talking about trillions of dollars possibly pouring into XRP. Additionally, HBR holders have a lot to anticipate from this. However, we will discuss that in a moment. I simply want to start by mentioning that XRP has increased by 15.93% over the past day and is now about 40% higher than it was a week ago, rising from 226 to 318 per coin, where it stands at the moment. It's been an incredible run. However, in light of the recent news, I have every confidence that XRP will shortly reach $4. Furthermore, given this information, a $20 XRP might be a bit too conservative. Therefore, we will discuss that in a moment. However, since we received CPI inflation data that was lower than expected, I want to start by discussing the current state of the markets. Instead of a 3.3 inflation number, we received a 3.2. In actuality, this is really positive. The stock and cryptocurrency markets are responding appropriately to the slowing rate of inflation. In summary, there are many things to look forward to, but the main ones are inflation under control, a large amount of global money supply and liquidity, and assets that will truly gain from an enormous economic boom in 2025. I will reiterate my prediction that 2025 will be the biggest bull run ever for XRP, HBR, XLM, XDC, and a few other ISO cryptocurrencies. Since this is the global acceptance curve for Bitcoin markets, I don't sure we'll see this in 2030. This is proceeding far more quickly than expected, and yes, it will be completely crazy. You'd better prepare yourself for what's about to happen. Let's start with the first thing. The first piece of fantastic news is that the SEC's action against Ripple is probably going to be dismissed, which will, in my opinion, significantly boost XRP's price in the near future. And in response to Gary Gensler's appeal that was made public yesterday, none other than Ripple's chief legal officer made this statement. Now, I do want to make a point. If we look at this chart from the previous day, you can see that XRP did drop from roughly $3.17 to this point after Gary Gensler released this appeal, all the way down to roughly $293, but it has completely recovered since then, demonstrating amazing strength. Even though Gary Gensler has been assaulting investors, manipulating the markets, and making our life more difficult, we are demonstrating incredible fortitude and perseverance. I will now quickly enter the next resistance level for XRP. Without a doubt, we are still in the water. Despite the fact that it won't go directly to $4 per coin, given that we received some of the most pessimistic news in the past day and choose to ignore it, this is incredibly positive news. Now, Donald Trump is the subject of a lot of this. Gary Gensler is stepping down the day before Trump's inauguration because he has pledged to dismiss him. He is therefore unable to be fired, which allows him to continue working for the government because, guess what? If you are fired in the United States, you cannot be rehired by the government. Having said that, we have many reasons to express our gratitude to Donald Trump. Trump just made an announcement that will be more significant than anything that has ever been made. This is the most optimistic news I have ever seen for any cryptocurrency company situated in the United States. Therefore, according to Trump himself, he is open to the concept of using US-made coins for reserves. That is to say, Trump is unironically considering employing Bitcoin projects located in the United States for the US government's strategic cryptocurrency reserve. I am aware that many of you are unaware of the extent of this strategic reserve, and I will be discussing this first and foremost very soon. However, before we do so, I would like to discuss the fact that there are already a large number of US-based cryptocurrency companies, and that there will be many more. Indeed, there are many different cryptocurrency initiatives that stand to benefit greatly from this, but you should pay particular attention to those that are advancing and adding value for the U.S. government, financial institutions, and you all. Only a small number of cryptocurrencies are capable of doing those tasks. XRP is, without a doubt, the first that springs to mind. We just attended a meal with Donald Trump where the CEO and Chief Legal Officer of Ripple discussed business and crypto legislation. You can be sure that Donald Trump will be thinking about XRP. However, there is also HBR, which is forging enormous alliances with all of America's leading companies, such as SpaceX, Google, IBM, Boeing, and so on. Therefore, I believe that these two cryptocurrency projects run by US-based businesses stand to benefit the most. However, that doesn't mean that initiatives like XLM and numerous others won't benefit greatly from this as well. All of things, I believe, will be taken into account for this US cryptocurrency reserve in the future, which we now know Trump is open to. This is significant because it's not just Bitcoin, folks. We must also keep in mind that Trump possesses Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP in his own wallets. I want to return to the extent of these reserves, which I touched on very briefly. Thus, the United States possesses a variety of reserves. First of all, it possesses a proven reserve of natural gas and crude oil. They do have billions of barrels now that this has happened. It is evident that there are a billion barrels here.